Hey there everybody, Crunchy Scott here. So a few weeks ago I did a video called Pop Princess Comebacks of 2018. Basically they were big 80s hits. Well, they were big stars in the 1980s and I thought that they did some really good music in 2018. So I picked my top 3 pop princesses of the 1980s that made comebacks. Well, I got to thinking the other day, when I was editing that video, I had wanted to include 2 honorable mentions, but the video was getting super long, so I was like, I'll just ditch the honorable mentions. But as I was deleting the videos, I started thinking, oh, you know what? The 2 honorable mentions, the ones that I deleted, were actually who I consider 2 of the biggest pop princesses of the 1980s, Debbie Gibson and Tiffany. So maybe I should do like a separate video and show what I said about those 2 and why I decided that they would be honorable mentions of pop princess comebacks of 2018. So shooting this new intro, and now I'm going to edit in the 2 videos that I shot on New Year's Eve. So let's take a listen. Here we go. So I really wanted to do an honorable mention because Tiffany, yes, Tiffany put out new music in 2018. I cannot remember if she's even put out any music between the time that she was famous in the 80s and today. Maybe she did and I just wasn't aware of it, but I definitely know that there was a big time span in there. And so she put out a new song called Worlds Apart. I think that's what it's called. Boy, I'm getting really bad about prepping for these little segments that I'm doing, but I think it's called Worlds Apart. And so it's not what I expected for sure. And I've read a lot of reviews that said the exact same thing. It's not what you would expect from Tiffany. But you know what? That made me think, so would I be doing the same kind of music if I was 15 or 16 and then fast forward to when I was 50? No, I don't think I would be. And would I be considered an artist that I had evolved if I was doing the exact same music? I don't know the answer to that because I'm not an artist, trust me. But anyways, I do give her props because, like I said, it's when you are just trying to do what you love and, and you have such a huge success behind you like Tiffany did in the 80s, more power to you. I'm gonna let you listen to just a little bit, and it is, Worlds Away. Worlds Away, that's what it's called. So her vocal, I will say, even though it's not my kind of music, her vocals are incredible in this song. It really shows you the amazing voice that Tiffany had back in the day. She really did have a unique voice for like a 15, 16-year-old. So I think that's how old she was when she first came out on the 80s scene. But it really is a very strong voice today. And this vibe of song reminds me, and I know this might sound random, but Lisa Marie Presley, when she put out a couple of albums, I think she only put out 2 or 3 albums, but like a couple of those albums really kind of sounded like this. So when anybody ever asked me, what did after this song came out, they're like, what was it like? And I was like, well, if you know Lisa Marie Presley, it feels like that. And it almost sounds like that because of her voice. But again, like I said, I definitely give her the honorable mention because she is still doing what she's loving. She's still doing what she loves, and I am all for that. So good job, Tiffany. Oh, and she's going to be, I think, part of the tour that I'm going to see in the summer of 2019, New Kids on the Block. I think Tiffany is part of that tour. And I think so is the next person I'm about to have an honorable mention for. Okay, my second honorable mention goes out to a real pop princess of the 80s. So it's funny, Tiffany and Debbie Gibson, I think it's Debbie Gibson. Sorry, I guess that just kind of blew it. But we always thought that Tiffany and Debbie Gibson kind of had this rivalry thing. But I've seen them in interviews and they're like, no, that was just kind of like a creation kind of thing. I mean, obviously they were competing with each other on the charts and everything. But it wasn't like they hated each other or anything like that. And like I said earlier, I think they're both going to be part of this New Kids on the Block tour that I'm gonna go see in the summer. I cannot wait. But anyway, so Debbie Gibson, again, I feel like I'm an awful 80s person right now. So she's done a couple of movies on the Hallmark Channel. So it is December right now, and of course I have been watching Hallmark like crazy. But evidently she's done, these movies where she plays she plays a former pop star who kind of goes back to maybe her hometown or something. The typical story and ends up finding love. Well, there's been 2 of these movies, and in the last one, she got married. So I'm really hoping there's going to be a 3rd one where she has a baby so that I can sit down and watch all 3 movies at once. But I saw or read in an interview that for this movie where she gets married, I think they were trying to get access to some of maybe her old songs, but they couldn't get the rights to them. So she was like, screw it, I'll write a new song. And so she did. Evidently, she's just like a writing fiend. She writes songs constantly. So she wrote a song for this Hallmark movie, and it's adorable. So let me play a little. Okay, so it's really cute, right? I mean, so it's not like, I don't think this song was something that dropped for the radio or anything like that. It was just for this Hallmark movie. But it was just, that is pure bubblegum to me. Pure sweet sugar. Love it. Makes me happy when I listen to it. And sometimes songs can just do that for you. So for that reason, Debbie Gibson, a true 80s pop princess, gets an honorable mention. And the only reason it's an honorable mention, it's not like one of my top 3, it's because it was just a song for a TV movie. Not just a song, it sounds so bad, but it was a song for a TV movie. It wasn't something that was, put out for release. Oh, sorry, Debbie. Gosh, I feel like I just completely degraded all the good things I said. Please let me know in the comments down below if you agree with my choices of Debbie Gibson and Tiffany being honorable mentions of 2018 pop princess comebacks, or do you think they should have been in the top 3 pop princess comebacks of 2018? I'll be very curious to hear what you say. Now, just so you know, I am usually, if you're new to my channel, I'm usually in my kitchen whipping up 80s inspired food, always vegan, but I am doing a little bit of this vlog stuff, so I hope you'll stick around for some of that too. But don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, like this video and subscribe to my channel so you can see all the awesomeness. Check out all the videos that I've got. And if you'd like to see the video of my top 3 picks for pop princess comebacks of the year 2018, I will link that down below as well. So otherwise, stay tuned and let me know who you think was a pop princess comeback of 2018 and who you would like to see come back in 2019. See you later.